Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I know it's a lunchtime Zoom, so obviously not any and everyone can hop on, but this is recorded, so you'll be able to share with your teams after this. I have been doing some leadership um, series Zooms on different topics. And I've been asking people who are really good at specific things to share how they got good at it. And so I asked Olivia to come on because I did ask her upline. I asked Tammy, like, who's good at what and who can I ask to do what in your opinion? And she had suggested Olivia for group chats. And I have personally experienced some great things with Olivia helping me and my customers with group chats. And so what I want you guys to know is your upline isn't the only person who can help you with the group chat. Olivia and I are side sisters, so we're all on the dream team. But when she helps me in a group chat, it doesn't benefit her income producing wise, but karma is a thing. What goes around comes around, and she knows that I would help her out and vice versa. And we are a team. We are in this together. So when you hear her story, if you know someone who can relate to her, she would be happy to help you. And vice versa, if there's something that you are, your story, would help somebody, make sure you let your team know, hey, I'm really great at talking about being an empty nester. I'm really great at talking about running a business, and I can help somebody if that is what they need. So anyway, Olivia, I'm going to let you just talk about all the things group chats, how you started using them, why you started using them. Was it scary at first? How did you get great at them now? Like all the things. I'm just going to stop talking now and let you do the talking.
Okay, well, thank you for asking me to be on. So when I started promoting almost 5 years ago now, the thing was three-way calls. And that was always really difficult, trying to navigate everyone's schedules to try to be on a call or try to be sneaky to get that other person on a call, having someone waiting. It was just always awkward. And to be honest, I hated doing it, and I didn't do it nearly as much as I should have. When we started implementing group chats, it was a total game changer, because you can just stick someone in a chat and they can choose to reply or not, but it's there. The information is there. And like you said, it's that third party validation. It's not everyone's story is going to resonate with you. So they need that, mom. Not everyone's a mom. They need that dog mom, that empty nester. They need whoever is going to resonate to their story. Obviously, I might resonate with a dad, but I'm not going to resonate with like a single young guy. Like we are not the same people. So I would need to put him in a chat with someone that matches or is somewhere similar to his story. I'm going to have interruptions. I am so sorry. As soon as I close this curtain, they've got to interrupt. And another thing that you have to think about is these chats they're not for you. Initially, one second. Okay, sorry. I don't know why, like I said, I don't know why I closed that curtain, because as soon as I close it, they know that I'm in here doing something. But like I was saying, it's not for you. These chats are to help your customer figure out what they need, whether it be a product question or a promoter has a business question, whatever it may be, it's for them, it's not for you. So you have to put your awkwardness aside and just do it. I'm totally guilty about not always putting my upline, because my direct upline is Tammy, and she's has a whole group of us there. So I'm guilty about not putting her in a chat every single customer, every single time, but all of my promoters are in a chat with her so she can help walk them through the business, because she is a businesswoman. Let me think of what else I have written down. And another reason why we do these group chats is you want to be transparent. Like, I'll admit that I'm I don't know everything. I mean, I know a lot for being in this for 5 years, but I don't know everything. And even if I do, like, I want myself to be validated on what I'm saying. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, Tammy. This is this, this, and this. And like Addie Maloney said, I think it was at Thrivepalooza, she said that, like, you want your downline, your promoters to learn off of you and borrow your confidence. So that's, as soon as your promoters see you putting your customers in a group chat, I mean, they're going to do the same thing. It's duplicatable. Like Sam was saying, I have side sisters. Sandra's on here, Sam's on here. They've all have put me in group chats because I thrive through pregnancy and breastfeeding. I'm a mom of 4. I am a stay-at-home mom. So there's a lot of moms out there that I can totally relate to. So I'm completely open with being in a chat with anybody. I mean, I've been in chats with friends who I have met through Thrivepalooza or just in general that we have no connection in our upline or downline at all that I've been in chats with. It's just, it's courtesy. Like, what's it going to hurt to share your story with someone else or to help someone else? That's what we're here for. I know that that's not long, but that's really all I have. If you have any questions.
I do have a question, not a question, but I want you to kind of walk through, let's say you have a brand new promoter and she's never been in a group chat. She just clicked that promoter button and you're like, oh my gosh, I have a new promoter. What do I do? How would you coach her to do group chats? Like, obviously you don't want to do all the talking, right? Like, how do these group chats go? Like, walk through how somebody would set up that group chat and who's talking, who's saying what, when do you hop back in, how often do you check back in, like what exactly is going on in a group chat for somebody who has never done group chats before or set one up?
Okay, so I'll use like my sister-in-law as an example because I don't think she had ever done them before when she started with me. So obviously I kind of just showed her where to go to put us in one, but I just explained to her, like, you just started, so you're not going to know everything. I'm more than happy. I mean, this is a part of my job, is to help you and your customers walk through the whole process. And it's inviting. It's more of like a building trust, a community. And you just introduce, say, hey, this is what the majority of my promoters or even my customers that are putting me in a chat say, like, hey, this is my friend Olivia. I haven't been doing this for very long, but she has. She will, help explain and walk you through it. I know Jamie has even said, like, I don't trust myself to give you I want to make sure I don't give you the wrong information. So here is my sister-in-law who can explain it much better. And then I just say, hi, I've started, like, very first thing asking like what their goals are, what made them interested and started thriving. And I learned that from Tammy. I mean, that's one of the first things she asks when I put her in a chat with a new promoter is, what are your goals with the business? What are your, like, financial goals? Why did you decide to hit a promoter? Do you just want to thrive for free? Which obviously you can do as a customer, but maybe not everybody knows that. Do you want to make this a full-time gig? Like, just ask the questions, but do it in like a friendly way, like not overwhelming, which was always one of my fears, is I don't want to overwhelm anybody. Like, I don't directly go into the VIP because it can be very overwhelming. But just talk to them like they're a person. They're just a person.
Yeah, and my least favorite word is upline. Like, when you hop in and say, if you are adding your upline, the worst thing you can say is, hey, this is my upline. She's going to help me answer your questions. Then the person's automatically going to think, like what?
Right. Yeah. I
Why
always
is she
say
going to get
friend.
her boss? You know? So I do that, you know, whenever somebody says, as soon as somebody says, is Thrive safe to take through pregnancy? I'm instantly in my brain like, I'm going to message Olivia and she's helping me with this one. So, you know, it's easy when you can't relate to that person to get them in a group chat because they're going to be appreciative. They're not going to be mad that you connected them with someone they can relate to. They're going to be grateful because you have something in common. So when I do have people come and say, is Thrive, you know, is Thrive safe? I reply, you know what? We are not doctors. I am not a doctor. I am not an expert. You should most definitely take this to your doctor and show them the ingredients for sure. Meanwhile, I want you to meet my friend Olivia. She thrived through pregnancy and nursing babies. So, you know, maybe you can find comfort in some of her answers. Meanwhile, I'm going over to Olivia. Hey girl, can you help me with the group chat? I've got a girl who's asking questions about pregnancy. And Olivia's like, yeah, I got you, you know? So I'll create the chat and then I step out of it. So I'll introduce them. I will say, hey, Olivia, this is my friend Sally, which we always use Sally, even though Tammy's been using Sally's name for so long. We just know that Sally is a made up person, but this is my friend Sally. She's got some questions about, you know, pregnancy or whatever. And I thought maybe you could help answer some of her questions. And then I have no more responsibility in that chat. If I keep trying to hop in and I've already said I'm not the expert, that confuses the customer. So I don't speak for Olivia. I don't say, I know Olivia has said this or that before. Olivia just hops in and she says, hey, yeah, I'm happy to help. And then she shares her story about how she thrived through her pregnancy and she'll say what she recommends and what she doesn't recommend. And that's that. And the customer, the person feels comfortable in there and grateful. They're always like, thank you so much for sharing that with me, you know, and they might ask more questions, or that could be the very end of it. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be a conversation that you continue every single day. The goal is to just, like Olivia said, it's not for you and it's not for Olivia, it's for the customer. You're helping your customer. So what I want to do moving forward, I've done this before in my team, but Tammy, I'm letting you know, I'm going to do this in your team page. I'm going to make a thread where everyone can go and comment something about you, about yourself, that you are so confident in that you know you could help somebody in the group chat if they came to you. Obviously, we know Olivia is the girl that has thrived through pregnancy, multiple pregnancies. So we know that that will be her comment. But maybe you're an empty nester, right? Maybe you are I'm looking at Jackie's pretty picture. Maybe you're a female welder who is a DIY queen. Like we have other people on our team who also have a do-it-yourself business. I can think of 2 other promoters on my team. So people who, like, I want people to know who to go to when they get that person and they're like, oh, I have no idea who they can connect with. Lainey is a great one. She's a cancer survivor. Like, and I'm just thinking of things off the top of my head that I know about people who, if somebody said, you know, this is me, you want to connect them immediately, even if you don't need help. I could easily say, hey, here's you know, I have a friend named Olivia. She thrived through pregnancy and I could tell her story for her. I don't have to go connect them because I know her story and I know what she's going to say. But that's not the point. The point is to hear it from someone else so that that person knows, okay, it's not just Samantha who's telling me this. It's somebody else also who also had a good experience. And you just never know. When I'm with you on the group chat or the 3-way calls, I used to use them like always. I think I did more 3-way calls than group chats because that's when I was new and I was excited and I was working behind the chair so often that I couldn't talk on the phone. So I'm in the back room mixing up color and I'm like, hey, Tammy, I got someone for you. And she's like, okay. And I'm connecting them and then I'm just going back to work. So I have no idea for a whole entire year what Tammy said to my people. I couldn't go back and read it. I couldn't go, like, I just trusted that she spoke to them and that was that. So it's awesome now that it's in a chat form. You can go back and read what's been said. You can go back and restart the chat. You can go back and fire it back up like, hey, Olivia, I know that you spoke with my friend Sally before, but she now is experiencing this or that. Like, do you have any advice on what she should do or what she could change? They've already been in there. So if something does go wrong, they have a comfortable place to go where you started an initial chat just for fun. And now you can troubleshoot together with the person who will relate to them more. But I know that people told Tammy things that I never knew about them, medications they were on, sicknesses or illness that they might have, so many different things that people won't tell you because they're too close to you. They either A, just assume you already know because you're that close, or B, they don't think you'll understand. But when somebody hops in and says like, hey, I was on hormone therapy before Thrive, I can't relate to that, but they can relate to someone else. And then a whole can of worms opens up and then you're best friends. I had a girl here, Kelsey, who's on my team, she got a girl in a group chat with me and it turns out she lives in Ohio. She lives in Ohio, but Kelsey had met her in Oregon when they both lived there. So now she lives in Ohio. Kelsey got me in a group chat with her. I helped her answer her questions, but I also asked her a little bit about herself. She got to talking. I found out she lived in Ohio. Now she's a promoter on our team. And it all started with her just feeling comfortable and welcome and part of a community, because you're exactly right. It's not supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be friendly and fun. And you guys, we're changing lives. It always ultimately comes back to the fact that we are changing people's lives. And it's more fun with your friends. It's more fun to do this with other people and to go back and say, Olivia, thank you for that chat. She went ahead and ordered her Thrive. And then we celebrate together. Or, this person decided to follow through with ordering her Thrive. And now she feels like the best pregnant mom there ever was because she has energy, right? And that's life-changing. So ultimately, the goal of this Zoom, this training was you're not alone. You have a whole team of people who want to help you. I want to talk to anybody who, if you're a hairstylist, I can talk to you for hours. Like that's my, area of expertise. I know how it feels to stand all day and eat your lunch standing up and not have a break and to check your phone when you sit down to pee in between clients. Like I get that. But I love that I know that I'm not alone. I love that I know who to reach out to for help. And so, moving forward, I'm going to start the thread in the dream team. So it's spread across the whole team and ask everyone, what is something that you are so good at, that you are so confident in about yourself, that you feel like you could help someone if they needed help in a group chat, and see all the different people. I mean, how many people are diabetic? And there's people who say, I'm diabetic, can I thrive? Like it would be nice to go to a thread and say, okay, I know that, I know that I'm just looking at Sandra. I know that Sandra is, so Sandra, can you help me with the chat? And if they've already commented that they're great at it, then they will be able to help you. So Olivia, do you have any final thoughts? I feel like I just kind of started talking and rambling.
This person hit this person. It's a mess in here.
You know what? And that's real life. That's real life. What I love about this is you're able to work from home with your babies. You don't have to go leave them with somebody and drive to work and clock in and put your phone away and be absent. You get to be there and do this in between your job.
Tammy, you come in here and be with these babies right now.
You want to trade?
Yeah, I'll pick. I actually start at the Y tonight. I'm going to start teaching a class at the Y on Mondays and Wednesdays. So
good for you. That is awesome.
I'm going to send them in that bin boss truck and they can ride with you for the day. All of them with you and Tom for the day.
That sounds fabulous. I want to go. All right, well, thank you guys for hopping on with us at lunchtime, and I'm going to get this recording put together. I loved this. I think that a lot of people are intimidated by group chats. I mean, we can only share for so long before you just have to do it. Just connect people. And you guys, this is my full-time job. I want to be in group chats. I want to talk to people. I want people to say, can you help me in a group chat? Absolutely. Like, sometimes people will say, I'm sorry to bother you. I know you're busy. No, I am not too busy for you. I want to do that. This is what I want to do. I want to help people. So please come to me. Please reach out to me. Tell me who you need help with, and I can help you find the person who's best for the job if that isn't me, you know? So use your team, lean on each other. Don't feel like you have to know everything, because there's somebody here who does know the answers, and you don't have to know it all to just jump in and start. So, all right, I always say I'm gonna wrap this up, and then I just keep talking. I really am going to wrap this up. Thank you, Olivia, for your time, and thank you everyone who is live now and also watching the replay. Give us some feedback and let us know what you thought. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.